All right, this should do it. Hello everyone, welcome to English class. I am your teacher, Robin Shaw, and we're going to do another writing lab this week. Next week, I don't know, but this week we'll do another writing lab. And what I like about writing lab is a lot of people send me comments after the video saying they enjoyed it. So we'll do another one. But today I need some writing samples, and I have a few from Layla and Carrie, and then hopefully May or Michelle will give me permission to use their writing. So May or Michelle, if you're watching, please give me permission to use a writing sample that you've done already. Ariana Acosta, hello, welcome. All right, I'm just checking who's here. Layla, Sleepwalker, and Sleepwalker. Yeah, I'd like to help you out too. Ming Zhao, welcome. And Sherry Teacher's here, welcome. And Star Demolisher, hello. And Carrie Jung is here. Mine. Yes, we're going to do yours. All right, let's get started here with the writing. And with all writing, I'm going to go to the daily homework group in WhatsApp. And let's start off with Michelle. I haven't read Michelle's yet. I don't know what it's about, but let's take a look. Looks a little long. So Michelle is an awesome student. He's always very active with English, and I'm very proud of him. And this is his writing sample. And Michelle works hard every day on his English, and it's always improving. So let's take a look. I'm not even sure the topic, but we'll figure it out. Makadesa Zaki and Sarah and King Faisal, you guys are late. Welcome. Mia, Sia, welcome. All right. Life is not, okay, interesting. Life is not a long, quiet river. So is this going to be about philosophy? Maybe. Life is not a long, quiet river. I would agree with that. We have to struggle in every stage of our lifetime. All right. This is a problem right here. And I'm going to mark it red. And you guys, here, let's not worry about the rest of this right now. Let's hide that. We have to struggle in every stage of our lifetime. What's wrong with the word lifetime there, guys? So help me out. I'm trying to figure out. So his sentence, we have to struggle, that makes sense, in every stage of our lifetime. Everyone's still saying hello. Hello, hello. Lifetime, 2 words? No. Now, we all have one lifetime, and this is not Michelle's fault. He's doing a good job. He's putting the right word. He's putting a right word. The only problem is when we use expression every stage. So our lifetime has stages. So these are parts of our life where we might accomplish something, like childhood might be a stage, and a marriage life might be a stage, and retirement might be a stage. So a part of our life. And the native speaker usually doesn't say lifetime. although that makes sense. A native speaker usually just uses the word life, so it's not a big mistake. But a native speaker would say every stage of our life. All right. Since the birth until the last breath. I would get rid of this. This is a problem. Now he's using the article the, and it's, the is very specific to a noun. What's it talking about? The subject of the sentence is kind of very specific. But up here he's talking in very general terms. Life, we have to struggle. Many people have to struggle. And actually since is not going to work here too. All right, so there's two problems. Let's worry about problem number one, and then we'll get to problem number two. I'm going to cut out the. We don't need the. So I'm going to remove that right away. We don't need that. We're just talking general. We don't need to be specific with my birth or the birth of anyone. And yeah, since is a problem. So again, you guys, very common question I get. Robin, what's the difference between for and since? For is a duration, like 2 weeks. That's a duration. How long? 2 weeks. And since is very specific time. Since, so 2013 or since Wednesday. Very specific, all right? So he used since. Birth is not a specific time. Can be. Since birth. You can make a sentence since birth. Since birth, I have been happy. Something like that. That could work, but he's not doing that here. He's using birth until the last breath. That is a duration. That certainly is a duration. That's the long time, but it is a duration, so we should use from. All right. Life is not a long, quiet river. We have to struggle in every stage of our life, from birth until the last breath. At the beginning, we must learn all things, and we work hard to earn money. At the beginning, again, I want to show a kind of duration. So I'm going to use from again to show duration. From the beginning, and then we through our life, so duration through our life, we must learn all things, then we work hard. So from the beginning, we must learn all things, so maybe we go to school, then we work hard to earn money. Okay. Let's move down here. It can also happen an accident or a disease to face up to. All right, so he's using face up to. I know what he's trying to say, but that's a little wrong. If we have a sentence, you need to face up to your problems. Okay, this is my sentence using face up to. What does this mean, guys? If I said you need to face up to your problems, what does that mean? I'm just going to check the chat. King Faisal, hello from Indonesia. Hello. A to Z, hey. Teacher style with cup of coffee. It's a cup of tea. This tea is paid for by my lovely students. If you support the channel, you buy my coffee and tea. Makadesa Zaki. We don't need the, because if we're just speaking in general way, we don't really need the. Yeah, we can use since with birth. Since birth, I've been happy, but not in this case. Can we use since too? Since I went... no, I don't think we can, unless you have an example. Hey, Gertrudis, and Dwee, and hey, Frana, you're all here. Yeah, face up to, as Gertrudis say, is kind of means confront. Confront, or it can have many meanings depending on the situation. Address the problem, challenge the problem. It depends. So it doesn't really work here. He wants to use it with disease. Face up to your disease doesn't really work. So it's a nice try, Michelle, but it's a nice expression, but we can't use it with disease. So we're going to have to, I understand the sentence, but it's a little awkward. I just got to fix it up here. Hopefully I can make it better. It can also happen in accident or disease to face up to. See if it can also happen an accident or a disease. We must. I'm going to change this to we must accept. As maybe a part of life. And I'm going to do a little bit of rewriting here, Michelle, sorry. Also, an accident or disease can happen. I'm going to move that can happen over here. That we must accept as a part of life. Okay, so I changed a lot. Sorry, there's probably another way to change it. But I didn't do it. Here, let's just make that green. Ooh, that's a terrible green. Let's make it blue. Also, an accident or disease can happen that we must accept as a part of life. All right. Here, let's move down to his next part. I'm just going to break it up into he put it in paragraph form, but I'm just going to break these up into sentences. After that, we become old and grow weaker. That's fine. Nothing wrong there. But sometimes we have good surprises against okay, we don't need this to. Against all expectations. So that's a really good expression. Against all expectations means we expect bad things, but sometimes good things happen, but we didn't expect it. So against all expectations. So against means the opposite. So our expectations were negative, but against it, opposite. Sometimes good surprises, we have good surprises against the opposite of our expectations. So that's a really good expression there. It's difficult to teach without more examples, but if you guys in the homework group have a chance, try to make some sentences using against all expectations. I'm going to do another sample here really quick. This is my writing, not Michelle. Just a sample sentence. If I said I got into Harvard University, against all expectations. So this person, maybe they applied for Harvard University, but they didn't expect to get into Harvard University. So their expectation, no, they're not going to get in, but I got into Harvard. So the opposite of my expectations, against my expectations. So good expression there, Michelle, and you used it correctly. All right, let's move down. What is he? Some people visit and help us while we need. Okay, this part here. Some people visit and help us. Excuse me. I'm going to change this while to a when. And after this, we need an it. And when we need it. Therefore, what's wrong here, guys? Do always? Because we don't know the future. All right. I'll let you guys fix this. What's wrong with this? Give me a suggestion in the chat. I'm going to check the chat. There we go. Learn English with Sherry students. Sherry's hijacking my live stream. Anyway, students, Sherry's welcome to hijack my live stream. Students, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Yes, what are you going to do, Sherry? Conversation rules. Okay, sounds interesting. I'll be there. So Sherry's another teacher on this channel. Check her out. Tuesday, 7 p.m. CST. She lives in America, so that's Central Standard Time, I believe. And that's Wednesday, 1 a.m. GMT. Gertrude is deal with Layla. So Layla, what about but in the beginning of the sentence? Yeah, Michelle used but up here. Again, this is not a formal essay. He's just giving his thoughts. So this is more like speaking. Anna, let's call it a day. No. When we need. Okay, you fix that subject so to do it always well. Okay. Therefore, we did. No, I want to make it past tense. We should be do all good. No. We do always good. No. This correction is very simple. I'm going to cut and then I'm going to paste. Just switch those words. Always do good because we don't know the future. So I just switched the words. All right, and that's Michel's writing about life. And he's sharing some wisdom with us, so we should listen. And let's read it again in paragraph form. I'm just making sure it's a nice paragraph. All right. Let's go through it again. Life is not a long, quiet river. We have to struggle in every stage of our life. I'm going to do a quick check. Probably add is better. At every stage of our life, from birth until the last breath. Good expression. From the beginning, we must learn all things, then we work hard to earn money. Also, an accident or disease can happen that we must accept as a part of life. After that, we become old and grow weaker, but sometimes We have good surprises against all expectations. Some people visit and help us when we need it. Therefore, always do good because we don't know the future. All right. Thank you very much, Michelle. I picked a lot of it apart more than usual. I hope that helps. We're going to move on to our next writing from the homework group. Let's take a look. And we'll go to Carrie. Carrie, you're still here? Say hi. She must be here. We'll do you next, Layla. All right, so Carrie, we did Carrie before. And Carrie's problems was her sentences were too long. So let's see if she fixed her problem. My pleasure, Michelle. Hassan Alem, hello. All right. Let's. I'm going to move this. This is her first sentence. And again, before I read Carrie's first sentence here, I can see that it's very long. And then I'm going to be concerned. Why is this so long, Carrie? So, but let's take a look first before we complain. If you feel like you're in the wrong place, or if you feel like you made a wrong decision, please fix things right immediately so people around you will get hurt less. Okay, the size is not the problem, but there is a few little mistakes here. So if you feel like you're in the wrong place, or if you feel like you made a wrong decision. Okay, so up until here, she did a great job. She has a comma. Please fix things. Now, when we fix things, things are broken, and then we fix it to perfect. So we don't really need this right. I'm going to take out that right. When you fix things, you make it better. Everything you fix, you make better. So please fix things immediately so people around you will get hurt less. All right, I'll leave it like that. I just took out the right. Okay, so if you feel like you're in the wrong place, or if you feel like you made a wrong decision, please. So when you feel like you made a mistake, fix it immediately so the people around you will get hurt less. All right, let's move on. You shouldn't waste everyone's times just because you're weak and never, these are long sentences. You shouldn't waste everyone's times just because you're weak and can never make up your mind about anything. All right, so guys, help me. What's wrong with this times? Ariana Acosta. Below this video is, in the description of this video, is a link to the homework group. Please join that, Ariana Acosta, in WhatsApp. You need WhatsApp. So Ariana Acosta, below this video, in the description, there is a link. And Angel. Oh, hello, Angel. Or Saja. I'm not sure. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. So, yeah, we don't want to waste everyone's. She put times, and here time is just going to be uncountable. We shouldn't waste everyone's time just because you're weak and can never make up your mind about anything. So if All right. So actually, her sentence is okay here. But she's using a lot of words, and this might be a good chance to increase the vocabulary. What's a word I could use? Can't type. Now, guys, I want a word that means one word. It means you cannot make up your mind. What is that word? Fran, uncountable nouns, time. Yeah, in this case, it's uncountable, but times can be countable. I ate 6 times today. So if you have a number, 3 times, 2 times, time is countable. But when we're just talking about time in a general way, I have no time. It's time to go, things like that. You cannot, no. Decide means you can make your mind. This is you cannot make your mind up, cannot make up your mind. One word. What's that word I'm thinking of? Well, sleepwalker, you cannot make a decision. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. I want one word. Make a good no. I want a word that means exact. Here, I'll help you out. You are one word. You cannot make up your mind. You are. It's one word. So get your thumbs moving quicker to the dictionary or whatever. Shweta Natia, hello. Come on, someone must be able to get this word. You cannot make up your mind. All right, Ali Hassan Yasik, thank you. You got a good word there. Indecisive. That's the word I was looking for. And thank you, Ali. If you're indecisive, you cannot make a decision. All right. So indecisive, you cannot make a decision quickly. You cannot make a decision effectively. You're bad at making decisions. So although Carrie's sentences here are great, let's shorten with the word indecisive. She used the word weak. Indecisive people are people that cannot make up. We shouldn't call them weak, Carrie, and you know that. So I'm going to throw in indecisive here. And that one word, I can shorten that whole sentence there to, you shouldn't waste everyone's time just because you're indecisive. All right, let's move on. Okay, we have another big sentence here. It's so selfish that you think you can have everything. You need to let we don't need the, and you can see Google's telling me, if you can see that, it's suggesting right away, the blue line, something wrong. And I know what's wrong. We're just talking in a general way. We don't need that article. Let things go if you feel like you cannot carry them. All right. I mean the responsibility. Well, you shouldn't have this sentence. You should put responsibility in here. So it's so selfish that you think you can have everything, but you need to let things go if you feel like you cannot carry them. Okay. I'm trying to get responsibility and let things go. I'm going to cut that. Doesn't help. Doesn't help. I like your sentence as it is now. I think we're done. I'm going to move it back to paragraph form and read it out. If you feel like you're in the wrong place, or if you feel like you made a wrong decision, please fix things immediately so people around you will get hurt less. You shouldn't waste everyone's time just because you're indecisive. It's so selfish that you think you can have everything, but you need to let things go if you feel like you cannot carry them. All right, so she's got some good expressions here, and I'm just going to highlight them. So you need to let things go. Let it go. That's, everyone knows the song, Let It Go. Let things go. So just don't worry about it. Let it go. Let it go. Don't worry about it. That means don't worry about it. And if you feel you cannot carry them. So carry uses the word carry. Sorry. You cannot carry them. So you cannot handle the situation. So you need to don't care so much. Don't worry so much if you cannot handle this situation. So she's giving advice here, and it's good advice. All right. And Carrie says, things means responsibility. I know you want I know you want to identify things as responsibility, but as an editor, I would say just leave it things, because every reader who reads this will put their own idea of what things means, and that will help them. Could I say you cannot bear them? Yep. Carrie and Layla says the other word, bear. Where did you put it? Is that the right bear? You cannot bear them. Yep. All right. Thank you, Carrie. Well, let's move on to Layla. I guess what's Layla's last writing? There's Michelle. Let's see. Jonathan here. Jonathan, did you do any writing? Oh, that's a listening. Here's Layla. Ooh, all right. Give most of your attention and solicitude. I don't know that word. Is that a word? Layla's teaching me with the vocabulary. Solicitude. Care. Okay, I didn't know that word, Layla. Thank you. That means it's not a very common word. I might have used it long ago, but I forgot it. I think I used it 20 years ago. Give most of your attention and solicitude to your... Oh, okay, there's... Right here, there's a big problem. You can't use your, the together. Never. These two words, unless you're saying, yeah, you can't. your, I can't think of a situation where your and the can be together. So we got to get rid of one of these words, and it's going to be the. All right. So give most of your attention and solicitude. Oh, you guys are wondering, what does solicitude mean? I should help you out here. So, she used this word. I checked the dictionary, but I didn't tell you guys. It might be helpful if you guys know too. Here, solicitude. For somebody, something, anxious care. A lot of care for someone's comfort, health, and happiness. So you give a lot of care. And this is recommending for, but I'll leave it at 2. So giving a lot of care to your relationships. A lot of care. Which Layla does. Tell the person who you love and respect that you love her, him, whenever you find it. Oh, okay, we got a long sentence here. Let's isolate it. Tell the person who you love and respect that you love her, him. Now, her, him is correct. The words are correct, but the order is wrong. Now, we usually say, I don't make the rules, but we usually say him first. So I'm going to switch that order. Him or her. That you love him or her. We don't say her, him. We say him or her. All right. Tell the person who you love and respect that you love him or her whenever you find a fit chance, because that will make them pleased. Fit means a good match, but we don't use the expression fit chance. We're not going to use this. And I'm going to change this word, Layla. Not fit. I'm going to change it to proper. And this is a good word to use here. The proper chance. You could even say proper moment. Chance is fine, but I'm going to also just throw in moment. So both of these work very well. And let's make that black. So tell the person who you love and respect that you love him or her whenever you find a proper chance or a proper moment, because that will make them pleased. Now, pleased is okay. Pleased is okay. But I have the feeling when you tell someone I love you, their feeling shouldn't be I'm pleased, because pleased is kind of not so powerful. We should directly just say happy. Happy is stronger than pleased. You can have, I'm going to quickly rank the words here. Here's Robin's ranking. Most powerful, happy. Second most powerful, pleased. And third, I might throw in satisfied. So I'm satisfied, I'm pleased, I'm happy. And you could go above happy. I'm overjoyed. Let's throw that out here. Overjoyed, something like that. All right, so let's get rid of the numbers. Overjoyed, happy, pleased, satisfied. Now you use pleased. It's not quite high in the ranking. I'm gonna change it to happy. It'll make them happy. All right. On the other hand, let's break that sentence. You cannot love all people who are surrounding you. Now, surrounding, Layla's not going to like this. Surrounding you. Usually we don't say surrounding. A similar word, a synonym, is just around. Fix my spelling. So it's more common people around you. You can say surrounding you, but I think native speakers will often say people who are around you. So you cannot love all people who are around you. That is correct. Also, you won't be able to do everything to all people who you know. That is correct. Therefore, try to single out. Ooh, you got an expression here. Single out only those people you have a deep and strong. All right, we got a problem here. And I'll ask you guys to fix that. All right, so she used a good expression, single out. When you have a group of something, people, let's say a group of people, you have to single out. You have to choose or identify some of those people. You have to separate them from the group. So she has a group of people she has to single out. She has to find and separate the people she has a good relationship with. So try to single out. Try to find only those people you have a deep and strong emotion toward them. All right. So right away we have a problem here. We have an ah and we have an s. Now when we have an ah, we cannot have an s. And when we have an s here for plural, we cannot have an ah. And we're going to get rid of this one. So when you have a deep and strong emotion toward them. Let's change that to blue. Therefore, try to single out only those people you have a deep and strong emotion towards. We can get rid of them, because we already identified those people. Them is kind of redundant. We already know we're talking about a group of people. All right, I'm moving that up. Treat them as well as they deserve because they're an extreme, precious thing in your life. All right, problem is extreme. We need a better adjective, guys. I'm going to take a break here and check the chat room. You guys are telling me a better adjective to use here. Jonathan, I only post task 2. Okay. Carrie, why not her, him? I don't make the rules. You know, in English, we say like her or him. We say boys and girls. We say brothers and sisters. So you can see in English that it tends, this should be him or her. Him, what am I doing? All right, you can see in English, it tends to put the male first, him or her. This is the boy. Boys and girls. It's a little bit awkward to say girls and boys. We say boys and girls. Brothers and sisters. I have many brothers and sisters. You can say sisters and brothers. That's fine. But usually we put males first. And you guys are thinking, oh, it's not fair. It's not. I don't make the rules. But there is one place women come first. Ladies and gentlemen. So in this case, they put the women first, ladies and gentlemen. So usually we follow this order. You can break the order. but it will sound awkward. Yeah, we also say husbands and wives. Wolves. I'm trying to think of groupings. Yeah. Sorry. All right, you guys have a better adjective than extreme? Sleepwalker. Is there a special topic for next writing lab? Nope. Delighted. Layla. Her is equal with him. Yeah. These are all equal. Just in the language, we tend to put the males first. And hey, Fran, do we have to use "a" for an emotion feeling? So why do we use "a" with emotion? She's identifying a special one emotion. It's a special. Usually I have a lot of emotions. We all have a lot of emotions. So we tend to use, I'm very emotional. And usually we don't use you can say I have, how can I say this? I understand what your question is. So the simple quick answer is she's identifying a special emotion. This one emotion is a deep and strong emotion. So she should use "a" for that one special emotion. We don't usually single out emotions like this, but she did, and it's fine. All right. Treat them as well as they do because they're an extreme. Now, extreme is wrong. Extreme, she probably wants to say extremely. So she made a mistake there. So you could say extremely. What else did you guys hear? They're the most precious. You could say, what did you guys hear? You could say the most precious. That can work. What else did you have? They are quite highly, infinitely. That's a little bit strong. Very works. Very precious. And Michelle, yeah, that's a good one. Incredibly precious. Enormously instead of extreme. Well, yeah, we can't use extreme, but we could say extremely. Enormously doesn't work because enormously, usually talking about big objects. That's an enormous elephant, something like that. Enormously, it's a little strange. Sleepwalker, incredibly, like Michelle and Sleepwalker, incredibly most valuable. Well, if you said most valuable star demolisher, you wouldn't put precious. Now, which one do I like? Extremely precious is fine, but I'm going to throw in, I like incredibly. Extremely is fine, Layla. Nothing wrong with that. But I like the word incredibly. You guys. All right. And I think we're done here. Let's move up. Let's put it all together. What do we got? All right. Give most of your attention and solicitude to your important relationship. I'm going to change this to 1. Are you talking about one relationship or many relationships, Layla? So it's because if you want your important relationships, many or one, you didn't clarify. All right, tell the person who you love and respect that you love him or her whenever you find a proper chance, proper moment, because that will make them happy. On the other hand, you cannot love all people who are around you. Also, you won't be able to do everything to all people who you know. Therefore, try to single out only those people you have a deep and strong emotion toward. Treat them as well as they deserve because they're an incredibly precious thing in your life. All right, and you're talking about many people, so I think this should be S, relationships. Treat them, we're still talking about many people. And then, but you have thing, singular, it doesn't really work because they're an incredibly precious, because I'm going to cut that. A thing? No, we're talking about many people because they're incredibly precious in your life. This is how I'll change it. Okay, I see, Layla. I took out a thing because it's singular, but you're talking about many people. Treat them as well as they deserve because they're incredibly precious people in your life. We could say that. Yeah, I just deleted thing. Generally, I don't like the word thing in writing. So Carrie used thing today. That was okay. But Layla, I don't really like anyone. If you're doing writing, try not to use the word thing. That's a tip. Especially in formal writing, you cannot use thing. You don't want to use thing in formal writing. You have to identify exactly what you're talking about. I shouldn't say never, but try not to use the word thing in your writing. All right? All right, good job, Layla. I think I have time for one more writing, but I need a sample. Looking. Don't have any sample. Sleepwalker, very philosophical text today. Yeah. Yeah. They're all sharing wisdom from their life. Michelle and Layla and Carrie. I see Monica and Salman join the group. Anyway, that is the daily homework group. I have the many groups in WhatsApp. Some are free, some are not free. So join those groups if you can. Let's Let's see if there's something I can teach. Do you have any questions from the writing lab? Anything you want me to explain in a little more detail about something today? And I will do that now. Now is a good chance if you got a specific question about writing. Now is your chance. There you go, Anna. Long hair. I face difficult on 101. I cannot use thing. Well, you guys, yeah, try not to use thing. Thing and the sister word stuff. These are good words, but they're very general. So in writing, now if you're writing a short story, it's okay to use thing or stuff. But if you're writing something a little more formal, don't use those words. Can I change my first sentence to a better sentence? No. I don't know what this seems fine to me. Let's see. Give most of your attention. We can say give. This might be something you like to use. Give full attention. You could say give full attention. That could work, but you know what you wrote was okay. This is just another way. Give full attention. 100% attention. Any other questions about today's writing? You want me to teach anything? Anna, get the haircut. No, Anna, I'm going to have long, beautiful hair going down to my waist. Yeah, I have to. Someone made a comment about Shaw English. Oh, Salman is A to Z. Someone mentioned Shaw English. Oh yeah, Hassam Alam. Are you still here, Hassam Alam? You said I miss. He said I miss Shaw English online. Yeah, I haven't posted on Shaw English in a while. This channel is getting more attention than Shaw English right now. But if you're still around, I am editing Shaw English videos. Can we say give most of your time? Yes, we can, Star Demolisher. Is it correct to say she throws a tantrum? Yes. Yes, Anna. Layla, why can't I say the life? What, like, do you have a sentence? I don't remember the sentences I had today. You can't usually say the life. I have a life. And then my life is nice. His life is great. We only have one life. Life is beautiful. But we don't use the life. Good conditioner and shampoo. Yeah. I don't leave my house, so that's one reason I'm growing my hair. I'm always in my house. I don't even go to the barber. I don't go outside. And why? Okay, so why? Layla has a question about this. Why can't I use the with the important relationships? Well, you can. If I... You could use it like that. Give full attention and solicitude to the important relationships in your life. Now, we got to put your... We got to put your there somewhere. So I put it here, your important relationships, but if you want to put the, then you got to change the focus of the sentence to your life. Then we can say the important relationships in your life. But I have to stick that your somewhere. What's the difference between stuff and thing? Not much. Things is more popular. There's a lot of things on my desk. There's a lot of stuff on my desk. Stuff is uncountable. Things, there we go, it was countable. One thing, two things, some stuff. Hey, Erica and Marianne. Hello, guys. Sleepwalker, I look like Santa Claus. Yeah, by next year, hopefully this is white. And I can get a part-time job as Santa Claus, or I can do live streams as Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to Santa Claus's English study. And for Anna, what is the difference between prohibit and forbid? Good question. Are we use them for certain circumstances? Sure. I don't know every circumstance, but let's just check. I'm just going to grab the definitions. Let's do forbid. I did forbid first. And let's put in prohibit. Prohibit. Let's get the technical. All right, forbid. To order somebody not to do something. To order something not be done. Prohibit. To stop something from being done or used, especially by law. All right, so yeah, the main difference certainly is prohibit is more of a legal thing. So think of prohibit as something the government and forbid is something that maybe parents or teachers might use. They mean basically the same thing. They're going to stop you. You're not allowed to do something. So the parents forbid their children, teachers forbid their children, and the government prohibits something. Now, can the government forbid? The government forbids people. They can, but it sounds a little strange. Can parents and teachers prohibit? Yes. So I think you might see government forbids or parents, teachers prohibit, but generally parents forbid, the government prohibits. That's not going to cover every situation, circumstance, but that's a good rule to follow. I'm used to brush my hair. So, nope. Oh, Layla has a question here. I'm going to finish up in a few minutes. I'm not really doing Q&A. I wanted questions about the writing, but I will answer. I am used to brushing my hair several times during the day. I have bleached my hair. Yeah, these are different. One is, this is a habit. And this is a habit. This is something you're used to. Being used to something and habitually doing. So I'm used to is you're comfortable. So comfortable is not a habit. It just means you're comfortable. And this is a habit. The granddaughter of Santa Claus. Dewey, it seems you're always wearing black color. Is that your favorite color? Dewey, I think this is the first time I wore black in over I always have a black hat, but my shirts, I always have blue sweaters or red sweaters. I haven't worn a black shirt in over a year, Dewey. You're not watching. I always have a black hat, though. Layla, if I want to express my opinion on or something like a speaking, should I start the sentence with but or so? No. Try not to start sentences with but or so, as I keep telling you, but you don't want to believe me. You're going to be better speaker and writer if you don't start your sentences with but or so. And it's like, I feel like your dad, and you're watching other kids play a dangerous game, and you're saying, Dad, I want to play that dangerous game, and I'm gonna, nope, you're not allowed. I forbid you to play that dangerous game. You see other children doing it, you want to do it, but you don't need to do that. Star Demolisher. Forbidden is by parents and religion. Yeah, religion is usually, I didn't talk about that. Religion uses forbidden, and prohibited at the boss, or you might have a company policy. So to expand on that, and then the company policy prohibits. So yeah, good point, Star Demolisher. So at the company they might use prohibit, and religion forbids. And gratuitous. Can I use ban? Interesting. How come it didn't copy? Can I use ban and prohibit? Ban means to permanently stop forever. Tired, guys. They're not the same, and I need help. I'm going to the dictionary to get ban. Yeah. All right. This is how you got to think of ban. Ban is some sudden action. So I might say the government. Let's say the government just banned. They just stopped. So sudden action to stop something. A ban only happens one time. It's an action to stop. So they just banned smoking. And what is the result of that one action? You can no longer smoke. So buying cigarettes is prohibited. So they are a little different, and yeah, sometimes they're going to mean the same. They're going to mean the same thing. But when we think of banned, it's some action that happens once. The government banned, just stopped it, and now it's prohibited. All right. Ban is the same. Forbid, no. Ban, just an action. Ban, prohibit, and forbid, they're in the same family. They're very close. But depending on the situation, we're going to use a little different. And so I'm using just to show it's an action happening right now. They just banned. They just stopped it now. So forever, it's prohibited. For forbid, prohibit, and ban, we would need a lot more example sentences. Sorry, guys, I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to finish the live stream. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go into the WhatsApp group now to fix other people's writing. So see you guys there. Thanks for joining me tonight, and I am getting sleepy. How long have I been on? 1 hour 13. That's